Is your chair really the problem? Or is there something else silently working against you? This might surprise you. It's not always about what you're failing to do. In fact, it could be something you're already doing, without realizing the hidden damage it's causing. Many older adults unknowingly make a small mistake each day, thinking they're doing the right thing. After all, we've been told our whole lives that fruit is healthy, natural, and beneficial. And generally, that's true. But here's the uncomfortable truth no one talks about. Not all fruits are ideal for older adults. In fact, certain fruits we eat regularly, without question, can gradually weaken your legs, trigger knee discomfort, worsen joint inflammation, and make everyday walking more difficult. Fruits that are marketed as wholesome might actually interfere with your strength, coordination, and stability. As we age, our bodies undergo changes. Circulation slows, metabolism shifts, and what once helped us may now subtly harm us. This is especially true for certain fruits. They may seem harmless. They taste sweet and fresh, but many of them are packed with acids, sugars, and other elements that affect blood sugar, irritate joints, and lead to weaker legs. And the worst part? The damage creeps in quietly. One day, it's a small ache in your calves. The next, it's nagging thigh tension or knee tightness after just a short walk. Today, we're revealing the 7 most problematic fruits that anyone over 60 should think twice about, especially if you want to keep your legs strong, pain-free, and steady. Despite how innocent they seem, these fruits may be quietly working against your mobility. After learning the truth, you might never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. So stay with me. If your strength matters to you, if you want to avoid leg pain and maintain your independence, this might be the wake-up call your body's been needing. But before we dive in, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here, we talk about the health truths that often go unspoken. And I want to hear from you. Are you watching right now? If this message hits home, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0. Your input is more important than you might think. Let's begin with the first fruit. It's often praised for fighting inflammation, but for older adults, it could be doing the opposite. Let's talk about pineapple. Pineapple, the tropical favorite. It's juicy, refreshing, and often promoted as a natural anti-inflammatory, thanks to an enzyme called bromelain. But here's the twist. While pineapple is thought to reduce inflammation, for those over 60, it might quietly be doing more harm than good. You see, pineapple is high in natural sugars and acids, and those sugars aren't as harmless as they seem, especially as we age. Our blood vessels become more fragile and sensitive. They don't handle sugar spikes the same way. Even though pineapple has benefits, it delivers a strong dose of sugar to your bloodstream. What happens then? Your blood sugar rises fast. That spike can damage the tiny blood vessels that supply oxygen to your legs and muscles. Over time, as circulation declines, your legs get less oxygen. That leads to fatigue, pain, and swelling, even after a short walk. Maybe it's that dragging ache in your thighs, or the stiffness in your knees, or your ankles hurting after sitting for a while. And there's more. Pineapple's acidity can aggravate joint issues, especially if you already struggle with inflammation or arthritis. That acid acts like fuel on an already burning fire in your hips, knees, or ankles. Some people even report a heavy, tired sensation in their legs after eating it, like their strength is slipping away. One more warning. If you're taking medication, especially blood thinners, pineapple can interfere. That same enzyme, bromelain, can either amplify or reduce a medication's effect, making it unpredictable. But here's what makes pineapple particularly sneaky. It doesn't cause any immediate or obvious symptoms. No instant pain, no clear sign. It chips away slowly until one day you realize you can't move like you used to. And most seniors never suspect the fruit they thought was helping them may be quietly contributing to their declining leg strength. So what should you do? You don't have to cut pineapple out forever, but you do need to be informed, especially if you've been dealing with chronic leg pain or unexplained swelling. The harm is real, even if it's subtle. Now, if even pineapple, the so-called anti-inflammatory fruit, can have this kind of hidden effect, imagine what other fruits might be doing the same. Up next, a fruit that's soft, sweet, and known for supporting muscles and potassium levels, but it might not be as innocent as it seems. Let's talk about bananas, our second fruit on the list. Bananas are often praised as muscle-friendly powerhouses. Soft, sweet, and rich in potassium, they're widely recommended for energy, cramp prevention, and muscle support. But the truth for older adults may be far less beneficial than commonly believed. You see, bananas are loaded with natural sugars and rapidly digesting carbohydrates. That means as soon as you eat one, your blood sugar spikes quickly. In response, your body releases insulin. But for seniors, insulin sensitivity often decreases with age. Over time, this repeated reaction weakens blood flow, triggers inflammation, and puts added stress on your legs. The result? You might feel a nagging ache when walking or climbing stairs. Perhaps a sense of heaviness settles into your legs after meals. You could even notice tightness creeping into your calves without any obvious cause. But that's not all. Bananas also contribute to fluid retention, especially in those with heart conditions. This can lead to puffy feet, swollen ankles, and joints that feel tight and rigid. And the most deceptive part? The symptoms come on slowly. You believe bananas are helping your muscles, but behind the scenes, they may be slowly draining your strength. What makes this even more concerning is how unnoticed it all feels. There's no instant pain, no flashing warning sign. Yet over time, your legs begin to feel heavier, stiffer, and more difficult to move, making everyday tasks more painful than they used to be. If you've been eating bananas regularly and find yourself dealing with aching, swollen, or heavy legs, it might be time to re-examine what's on your plate. That fruit that once seemed like a healthy choice could be contributing to the discomfort you're trying to avoid. Small, friendly-looking, and widely trusted, bananas have a great reputation. But for aging joints and circulation, they may be silently stirring up inflammation. Don't let their innocent appearance fool you. That burning discomfort in your legs may not be from aging alone. It could be coming from the very fruit you thought was helping you. Now let's turn to grapes, our third fruit. Small in size, but surprisingly powerful in how they affect the body, grapes are often viewed as harmless. They're juicy, bite-sized, and easy to snack on. With a reputation for being heart-healthy and antioxidant-rich, they seem like a smart choice. But for seniors, they can quietly contribute to discomfort in the legs. What most people don't realize is that grapes are high in fructose, a type of sugar that's processed directly by the liver. In older adults, excess fructose can overwhelm the liver, leading to the production of fat and uric acid. When this uric acid builds up, the joints often take the hit, especially in sensitive areas like the knees, ankles, and toes. You might notice a burning pain in your joints or swelling that comes and goes. That sudden discomfort in your big toe at night, or that odd stiffness in your calves when you wake up. These could all be linked to a regular grape habit. It doesn't take much. Sometimes just a handful is enough to push your uric acid over the edge. But it gets worse. Fructose doesn't just raise uric acid. It also fuels chronic inflammation throughout the body. Over time, that means stiffer movement, more joint pressure, and slower recovery. And because grapes are so easy to eat, you often consume far more than you realize. A few handfuls can quickly turn into 2 or 3 cups, sending your sugar intake soaring. That sugar builds up fast. And while grapes may seem like a healthy snack, they can quietly chip away at your flexibility and leg comfort as you age. If you've been feeling more tightness, stiffness, or swelling in your lower body, it may be time to look at what you're snacking on. Behind that sweet, juicy taste lies a less obvious truth, especially for older adults. Grapes may not be the innocent treat they appear to be. And just when you think you found the worst culprit, there's another fruit that's just as deceptive. It looks like hydration, but acts like sugar. Let's move on to that next. Let's talk about watermelon, the fourth fruit on our list. Often seen as a symbol of summer, hydration, and refreshment, watermelon seems like an innocent choice. It's light, juicy, low in calories, and mostly made of water. But is it really as harmless as it looks? For seniors, the answer may surprise you. Despite its watery appearance, watermelon has a very high glycemic index. That means it causes a sharp spike in blood sugar shortly after you eat it, similar to candy. For older adults, this is a serious concern. These sugar spikes can silently damage circulation, especially in the lower limbs, where blood flow is already weaker with age. Here's how it works. When your blood sugar rises quickly, your body responds by releasing insulin. But aging bodies often struggle to regulate insulin properly. That leads to increased inflammation, especially in areas with poor circulation, like your calves, knees, and ankles. After eating watermelon, you may feel leg fatigue, a dull ache after walking, or a strange swelling around your ankles that doesn't go away easily. Even worse, watermelon is so refreshing that people tend to eat large amounts of it. One slice turns into 2 or 3 before you know it. That means even more sugar, more inflammation, and more stress on your legs. You think you're hydrating, but instead, your body's working overtime to manage a sudden sugar overload. If you've been feeling more tired after walking, or your legs seem swollen for no clear reason, it might be time to take a second look at that watermelon on your plate. It may be sweet and hydrating in appearance, but it can quietly wear down your leg strength and comfort over time. Now, let's move to another fruit that's everywhere. From breakfast spreads to vitamin-packed juices. Known for boosting the immune system, it's packed with vitamin C. But for seniors, it may also bring something far less helpful: a surge of acidity that harms aging joints. Let's talk about oranges, the fifth fruit on the list. Bright, fragrant, and always marketed as healthy, oranges are seen as a go-to for wellness. They're in morning juices, immunity drinks, and multivitamins. But beneath their reputation lies a sharp acidity that may quietly aggravate joint issues in older adults. That citrusy zing comes from citric acid, which can irritate joint tissues, especially if you already suffer from stiffness, arthritis, or swelling. Over time, this acid can worsen the inflammation already present in the joints. You might wake up with tight knees, feel lingering hip discomfort, or notice that sitting too long makes your legs feel stiff and sore. Worse still, orange juice combines that acidity with a strong dose of natural sugar. The result? Blood sugar spikes followed by inflammation, which travels through the body and worsens aches in your knees, ankles, and calves. It's a slow build. You may not feel it right away, but day after day, that morning glass of juice could be feeding the very pain you're trying to reduce. You may have assumed the discomfort is just a normal part of aging, but if oranges are part of your daily routine, it's worth reconsidering. What seems like a healthy habit could be contributing to declining mobility and growing joint discomfort. The tricky part is this: you think you're doing something good for your body. Oranges are linked with health for a reason. But for aging bodies with slower recovery and more delicate circulation, the story is different. Now you know what's really happening behind that citrus glow. Next up is a fruit with a tidy, clean look: green, crisp, and often labeled as a healthier choice due to its low sugar. Many believe it's the safe option, especially for seniors. But behind that innocent appearance, it may be hiding something that quietly leads to nighttime cramps, knee stiffness, and aching hips. Let's talk about green apples, the sixth fruit on our list, and a hidden contributor to leg pain. They seem fresh, wholesome, and organic, Because they aren't overly sweet, most older adults assume they're better for blood sugar. But beneath that tart taste lie two surprising threats: malic acid and natural sugar. First, consider the malic acid. It gives green apples their signature sourness, and while it may be fine for younger people, it can be harsh on an aging digestive system. As we grow older, the gut lining becomes more delicate, making it more sensitive to acids. Once inside the body, malic acid may begin to irritate soft tissues, including the joints. Some seniors report aching hips or thighs after eating green apples. Others feel a light burning sensation in the feet or a creeping tightness in the knees. It doesn't hit all at once, but over time, the acid accumulates, and the discomfort becomes more frequent and intense. Now let's address the sugar. Even though green apples aren't as sweet as their red counterparts, they still contain natural sugars. For older adults whose metabolism has slowed down, this can trigger blood sugar fluctuations that affect the lower body. You may experience tired calves, nighttime leg cramps, morning stiffness, or even a weakened feeling while climbing stairs. The sneaky part? Green apples are usually eaten raw, often as an easy snack or even before bed. This makes them a constant, silent player in your routine. They seem like the perfect choice: crisp, fresh, and pure. But they may be slowly stiffening your joints, making it harder to walk, and stealing your comfort during the night. If a fruit this simple can have that kind of effect, what about the next one? It's tropical, deeply sweet, and one of the most adored fruits around. Yet it might also be the most deceptive of them all. Let's talk about the real sugar bomb: mango. As the seventh fruit on our list, mango is soft, juicy, and tastes like candy. Nearly everyone enjoys it, especially during the summer months. But here's the truth many don't know. Mango may actually be one of the most harmful fruits for older adults dealing with joint weakness and leg pain. Why? Because mango is packed with natural sugar, and not just a little. This fruit delivers a powerful sugar punch that causes your blood sugar to spike quickly and dramatically. If you're under 30 and physically active, your body may be able to handle that sudden rise. But once you're over 60, your metabolism slows, and that sugar surge leads to an insulin spike followed by a crash. Every time that happens, your body responds with inflammation, especially deep within the joints and soft tissues around your ankles, hips, and knees. If you suffer from nerve issues, it can be even worse. You might notice a burning sensation in your toes, a persistent tingling that doesn't go away, or swelling in your feet by the end of the day. Some people feel a creeping heaviness in their legs, making walking more difficult. And because mango feels light, fresh, and doesn't seem like a heavy meal, it's easy to overeat. But that illusion of lightness doesn't protect you. Your body still absorbs all the sugar, and it reacts accordingly. Over time, this sugar overload can contribute to joint pain, slower movement, and unsteady legs. Many older adults eat mangoes thinking they're a natural, healthy treat. And yes, mango is natural. But natural doesn't always mean safe, especially for aging joints and slower circulation. Now that you've seen the full picture, even fruits that are considered healthy can have hidden downsides for people over 60. But here's the good news. Some fruits have the exact opposite effect. They support strong, stable legs, reduce joint pain, and actively fight inflammation. Let's move on to those, the therapeutic alternatives every older adult should consider instead. Let's move forward and talk about what's actually good to eat, now that you're aware of the fruits that might be working against you. Because when you choose the right fruits, you're doing more than just enjoying a snack. You're giving your body what it needs to recover and thrive. Let's start with berries, like blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These small fruits are rich in antioxidants, gentle on your blood sugar, and packed with anti-inflammatory compounds. For older adults, they help improve blood flow. especially to the legs, easing mobility, reducing stiffness, and helping with swelling or heaviness that comes with age. Next, we have cherries, but use them wisely. Cherries are known to help lower uric acid levels, which means they can help prevent joint pain and gout flare-ups. A small portion, like a handful, can ease aching joints and reduce that hot, burning feeling that sometimes settles in your knees or toes. Avocados come next. And yes, they're technically a fruit. But more importantly, they're one of the best fruits you can eat for joint health. They're full of healthy fats that cushion your joints and reduce inflammation throughout the body. They also help regulate your blood sugar, giving you steady energy and avoiding the crashes that can leave your legs tired and weak. If you're looking for something gentle and easy to digest, consider papaya. This soft tropical fruit is loaded with enzymes that support digestion and calm inflammation. It's a great option for aging joints and is especially soothing for older stomachs that may be more sensitive. And don't overlook pears. When you eat them with a little fiber or protein, they deliver natural sweetness without a sugar spike. That gives you a boost of energy without stressing your circulation or putting extra strain on your legs. Pears provide support, not resistance. Unlike the problem fruits mentioned earlier, these options actually help your body function better. They don't make you swell up. They don't trigger joint pain. Instead, they help your body feel more stable, improve your range of motion, and restore the energy and calm your system craves. This isn't just about eating fruit. It's about making better choices for your age and body. When you consistently make those choices, you start to feel the difference. More confident steps, smoother movements, and a more comfortable start to your day. Let's wrap this up with a few important thoughts. If you've made it to this point, one thing is certain. You care about your well-being. And here's what I want you to know. It's not too late. You still have the chance to feel better, and you're not going through this alone. Aging can sneak up with pain, stiffness, and worries about balance. Sometimes it feels like your body is slipping out of your control. But here's the truth. You can still take back control. And you don't have to do anything extreme. Just small, steady improvements. One food choice at a time. The fruits we talked about today aren't harmful. They just may not be helping you the way they used to. And that's okay. Aging isn't about restriction. It's about being smart and adapting to what your body needs now. Choose wisely, and you'll notice less discomfort, more mobility, and mornings that feel a bit easier to face. That's the true purpose of this video. Not to scare you, but to empower you. So now I'd like to hear from you. What did you learn today? What change are you ready to make? Share your thoughts in the comments below so we can all learn and support each other. If you found this video helpful, or if it opened your eyes even just a little, please hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on tips that could truly improve your health. And turn on the notification bell so you stay informed. Before you go, type 1 if this was helpful, or 0 if it wasn't. Believe it or not, your comment can make a difference. Stay strong, stay alert, and always remember, your legs are the foundation of your independence.